Starlink has launched yet another update where they're testing out a brand new feature called Starlink Standby Mode. In this video today, I'm going to be covering how you turn this feature on and off, what is the cost change for Starlink Standby Mode, answering some of the frequently asked questions regarding this mode, and giving my honest opinions on this new feature. First off, what exactly is Starlink Standby Mode? This new feature allows you to pause your current Starlink subscription when you are no longer needing it. And if this sounds familiar, that's because this pause feature technically already existed before this update, but a few features have been added to Starlink Standby Mode that were not available in the previous just pause option that Starlink had. The biggest change with the Starlink Standby Mode is that you now have unlimited low priority Wi-Fi and connection to make cell phone calls, to send messages, emails, to activate your current Starlink subscription, or accomplish any other small Wi-Fi needing tasks during an emergency, or if you are in a cell phone dead spot. And whenever you want to resume your current Starlink subscription, you just go in and unpause this feature and you have your regular service up and running. Before you get too excited about this new feature, there is a $5 service charge that is going to be happening every single month when you are switched onto the standby mode. Previously, before this update, there was no charge or penalty or anything like that when you were pausing your Starlink service, but you now get that low priority Wi-Fi, and it can be really useful in a time when if you don't have your cell phone reception, you can still turn on your Starlink actually and resume your current subscription because you can do that through the app, which uses the Wi-Fi, not cell phone coverage. And of course, the standby mode only works if Starlink is plugged in, so if you are straight up in the middle of nowhere with no power source, there's nothing you can do. But if that $5 charge is something that you really are just not wanting to pay and don't want to have that backup option, you are able to straight up cancel your subscription at no extra cost. Now we're going to jump into some of the frequently asked questions we found online, but before we do that, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date on all Starlink updates, any new features, or anything travel related that we post on this channel. We try our absolute best to provide only helpful information and not give you any extra fluff. Now for the questions. What plans actively support the standby mode? Currently, all Roam, residential, and priority plans support the standby mode. How do I pause or unpause this service in the website or the app? You need to log into your account, go to your subscriptions, select manage, choose pause current service, and then click the confirm button. And to unpause it, you do that exact same thing except you click unpause or resume current subscription. Is there an additional charge for swapping between the standby mode and your current service plan? The short answer is no, but Starlink does work on a monthly plan, so you pay for 1 month and then you can swap it the next month, and you make that change during the service of your current month and it activates at the start of the next one. For example, if you're paying for the residential plan and your payment starts on March 1st and then you switch to the standby mode on March 20th, you actually have your full service up until April 1st, which then it will switch to that paused setting that you turned it on, or that standby mode. There is no way to cancel your payment or get refunded for a month that you didn't want online easily that I found. You may be able to call and get this sorted out with them. But if you go the opposite way with it, it's a little different. If you are starting the standby plan on April 1st and you switch to the regular service plan on April 20th, your monthly fee is actually charged immediately on that April 20th, but it will be prorated for however much time you have left in the month, so you are not paying for the full month of service. However, I don't think you're going to get your $5 back, which is a bummer, but it is only $5 compared to the full monthly charge, which isn't too bad. Will my Starlink software still receive updates if I am paused or canceled the subscription plan? Yes, as long as your Starlink is plugged in and has power, it will automatically receive any updates. That way, when you go to use it, it's updated and ready to go right away. Last question, where is this standby mode currently available? It is currently not available in all of these countries you see here on the screen. So if you have access to Starlink and you do not see your country here, you have access to the Starlink standby mode. Now for the last minute or two of this video, I'm going to be giving you my honest opinions on this new standby mode. I think it's a great idea that Starlink is trying to do, reaching out to like people who are suffering from natural disasters, which appears to be happening more and more frequently in the world. You can leave this $5 plan on for years and years and years to come, and then whenever your natural disaster hits, if you lose cell service but still have access to power, you can plug in your Starlink and you can switch to your full service plan on Starlink right away. This way, victims of natural disasters can still contact their family or any other people that they need to during that time. And for only $5 a month, which I feel like is a pretty low charge to have that in your back pocket, that as long as you have power, you will always have connection to your loved ones. This could also just be a good backup Wi-Fi option if you lose power or something or don't have access to your normal Wi-Fi. You can plug it in and just get low priority Wi-Fi for a couple hours until your regular Wi-Fi resumes. However, the one thing that I don't love about this new standby mode is that it's pretty confusing, the wording of standby mode and pausing and canceling, that they're kind of all throwing around interchangeably here, and someone could think that they straight up canceled their plan when really they're still paying $5 a month, or think that they are doing the $5 a month plan but accidentally canceled it. And I could just see this getting a little complicated with the terminology, and the settings aren't super clear and obvious and separated in the app and the website yet, but hopefully that changes in the future, which leads me to my last point, that this is a brand new feature for Starlink, and I can imagine that this will have many updates in the next 6 months, as pretty much every feature does with Starlink. There's always a good chance the price could increase, the feature could go away, or just small changes here and there. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Like I said earlier, we post lots and lots of Starlink and travel and useful content on this channel. If you have other questions about the standby mode or Starlink in general that I didn't answer in this video, please leave a comment. I do my best to answer all comments on all my videos. And be sure to stay tuned for when the next video drops.